Alright, so I'm gonna ask GPT how much it knows about me. So I haven't really set up any prior personalization feature, so whatever it generates should just be based on our previous chats. So yeah, here we go. Based on the conversations that we've had so far, how much do you know about me? Okay. So it starts with background. I don't like where this is going. You are a high school student with experience in the social sciences and a passion for technology's societal impacts. And then it's followed by, you served as the chief editor of the University of Oxford's International Relations Society and collaborated with organisations like Hope Not Hate. How can you be a high school student and have uni experience at the same time? Let's move on. Okay, I'm very skeptical of what it's got to show, but let's move on. For career, you currently work as a risk analyst in the Trust and Safety Department at TikTok. You are exploring opportunities in global public affairs and have applied to join Better.sg, a Tech for Good charity group. Yeah, this one is actually correct. And joining Better.sg is actually precisely the reason why I asked ChatGPT to refine my CV to better highlight my non-profit and social impact experience. And by the way, Better.sg is this vibrant tech community in SG that focuses on providing digital solutions for public good. So if you're interested in getting involved in some sort of charity while having the technology know-how, please join us. Okay, this one is interesting. Cat fostering. You're currently fostering a British short-haired cat for your colleague who's relocating. I did consulted ChatGPT when my colleague asked me to write a resume for the cat because he's looking for somewhere to rent and then the landlord was asking for it. So yeah, in 2024 we need to write resume for cats. The next one is so embarrassing. It says financial interest. You've invested in JP Morgan, Ultrashort Income ETF, but have yet to see a positive return. It has, it's outdated. It's just I haven't told you that it's made a return after Fed announced the interest rate cut. Outdated, and you embarrassed me. Okay, so in general, I think it did a pretty good job, except for how it started. I mean, that's a blatant logical contradiction. I can't be a high school student and have had uni experience at the same time. So, this actually nicely segues into what I really want to talk about, the AI alignment problem. So ChatGPT and large language models in general rely on statistical correlations from its training data to predict the next word in its sentence, rather than using deductive reasoning like humans do. It might produce text that sounds logical if similar patterns appear in its training data, but it may still overlook logical contradictions simply because it's not set up to ensure logical consistency. It has no inherent grasp of truth. Instead, it just relies on word probabilities. It's like playing a word guessing game. As a result, it's prone to what's known as hallucination, producing incorrect or irrelevant information. It's also more likely to happen when the model has too limited context window, or the limit on the amount of text an AI model can remember and process at one time. In my example, ChatGPT 3.5 simply had too small context window to keep track of my background accurately across conversations. So the right question to ask at this point is, would a longer context window solve this? Yes, partially. So, with a longer context window, the model could remember more details from previous conversations, reducing mistakes like referring to me as a high school student. For more nuanced or lengthy discussions, a larger context window might allow the model to retain relevant info across the chat, improving its responses. Many AI projects are testing ways to build lasting memory beyond the usual context window, such as dynamic memory management, which involves summarizing your chat history into prompts that fits its current context window, or linking them to external databases that store data persistently. For short-term memory, though, some models periodically refresh system prompts, like ChatGPT's guiding instructions at each conversation start with relevant information. And here comes the but part. A longer memory doesn't mean the model truly understands or prioritizes the right details. LLMs have a long-standing issue with hallucination. They're prone to error because they don't have a factual concept of reality. They just predict word sequences based on past data. And even with more memory, they can still fall into specification gaming, optimizing for superficial tasks like listing seemingly objective statements without deeper understanding. Also, while a longer memory could help retain more details, it doesn't mean the model can dynamically update or refine its understanding. In my case, it may recall my university experience, but still not weave it meaningfully into future responses when I ask it who I am. Improving recall doesn't equate to improving reasoning or integration of context over time. Now, this can have real-world safety implications. Imagine using AI for medical diagnostics, where new symptoms or recent tests might change the course of action. Without the ability to dynamically update, the AI could deliver outdated advice based on earlier interactions, potentially leading to harmful outcomes. This challenge extends to high-stakes areas like hiring processes, minor safety, autonomous driving, or criminal justice, where decisions must continuously adapt to new data. Now, there are a few ways that I can think of to mitigate such risk. The first one is to encourage human-in-the-loop system, where humans remain involved in critical decision and to reduce over-reliance on AI. Another key safety measure is to ensure that LLMs are constantly updated with real-time information. Ensuring models update their understanding about the world in real time will be crucial in safety-critical situations. Then, it would be great if LLMs can be taught to flag uncertainty or be better at expressing their degrees of uncertainty or level of confidence. And then finally, all large language models should go through rigorous bias testing and continuous fine-tuning to make sure that it's aligned with our ethical and safety standards. Just because AI can help us solve problems we're too lazy or too busy to handle doesn't mean we should elevate it to a godlike status. It's excellent in pattern recognition, prediction, and even mimicking human conversation, but it still lacks the understanding of the external world, the common sense, and moral reasoning that comes naturally to humans. It's dangerous to unknowingly give away our personal information, but it's more so when we put more faith in AI than ourselves. As we integrate AI further into our lives, we need to approach it with skepticism